Welcome to freewebsitesite.com, your ultimate playground for bringing big ideas to life. We make it effortless for you to build, design, and launch the website of your dreams without needing a single line of code. With our vibrant templates, dynamic tools, and round-the-clock support, there's nothing stopping you from turning your vision into reality. Let's ignite your creative spark and build something extraordinary, because at freewebsitesite.com, it's all about freedom. Let's get started now.
Ever feel like you're building a business with no real destination?
Yeah.
You know, like you're just putting one foot in front of the other, hoping for the best.
Oh, it's a common trap.
Right.
Especially like in the early days.
Yeah.
We get so caught up in the doing
Yes.
that we forget the why.
Exactly. And that's where a strong business vision comes in. We're diving deep into how to think of a vision for your business today.
Yeah.
You sent this over. Are you feeling that lack of direction? Or are you just curious about what a vision really is?
Either way, this source it's a gold mine.
Mm-hmm.
It goes beyond those vague mission statements we all see,
Right.
Yeah. And digs into the heart of what makes a business truly magnetic.
Okay, so right off the bat, the source makes a distinction between vision and mission.
Yes.
Help us unpack that. It seems like one of those businessy things people throw around without really getting.
It is, and you're right to highlight it. Think of it this way. Your mission is what you are doing right now
Okay.
to move towards your vision, which is that bigger picture of the future you're creating. Mission is the how, vision is the why.
So if we're thinking about someone like, say, a bakery owner, their mission might be to bake delicious bread, but their vision could be,
Yeah.
building community through the shared experience of good food.
Exactly. Or maybe it's reviving the art of artisan baking.
Oh, wow.
Preserving traditional techniques. See how that vision elevates it?
Yeah.
It's beyond just transactions.
It's not just selling bread, it's about something
Right.
bigger.
Bigger.
And that's got to be motivating, not just for the owner, but for everyone involved, right?
Absolutely. The source really emphasizes how a clearly defined vision acts as a magnet, attracting the right employees,
Oh, interesting.
customers, even investors. Think about it. Wouldn't you be more drawn to a company that's not just about profits, but about making a real difference?
100%.
And
And I bet it's easier to make decisions when you have that guiding vision.
Exactly. It's like having a roadmap.
Okay.
Let's say you're that bakery owner we talked about.
Mm.
A competitor offers to buy them out,
Mm.
but their vision is all about preserving those old world techniques.
Mm.
Suddenly, that decision is easier,
Right.
even if it means more work in the short term.
So how do we even begin to define our own vision? The source mentions setting SMART goals.
Right. And that's such a crucial point. It's not enough to have a vague idea of where you want to be.
Yeah.
SMART goals, they give you a framework to make that vision actionable.
Refresh my memory on what SMART stands for. I know it's one of those things I should have memorized by now, but
No worries.
yeah.
It stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Basically, you're taking that big, exciting vision
Right.
and breaking it down into smaller, concrete steps.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this all fits together. We've got the big picture vision and then the actionable steps to get there, all fueled by this sense of purpose that draws people in. This is way more than just a dusty mission statement.
Right. And the source has some great examples of companies that really nailed this vision thing. Think about Tesla. Their vision isn't just to build electric cars,
Right.
it's to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. That's what gets people excited.
And it's not just a marketing ploy. They're actually living it,
Yes.
which I guess is the whole point, right?
Yeah.
Your vision has to be authentic,
Yeah.
not just aspirational.
Absolutely. And that's where things get really interesting.
So it's not enough to just have this amazing vision.
Right.
You got to actually live it.
Exactly. And that's where a lot of companies stumble. They might have a beautifully crafted vision statement tucked away in a drawer somewhere,
Yeah.
but it doesn't translate to their day-to-day operations.
That's like that saying, talk is cheap.
Right. The source emphasizes the importance of aligning everything you do with that vision.
Okay.
From the way you hire and train employees to the partnerships you forge, every decision should be filtered through that lens of, does this move us closer to where we want to be?
That makes me think about those companies that seem to have like a a cult-like following.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, the ones where employees rave about the company culture
Right.
and customers are practically brand ambassadors.
That's a great example.
Yeah.
Often those companies have a very, very strong, clearly defined vision that everyone buys into.
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
it becomes more than just a job or a product. It's a shared belief system.
It's almost like finding your tribe, but it's your business.
Right.
So how do we make sure our vision is more than just words on a page?
Yeah.
The source mentioned something about communicating it effectively.
Right. Communication is key. It's not enough for you to understand and believe in your vision.
Yeah.
You need to be able to articulate it in a way that resonates with others.
Yeah.
Think about it like storytelling.
Okay.
You need a compelling narrative
Hmm.
that captures people's hearts and minds.
And just like a good story, it needs to be relatable, right?
Yes.
People connect with emotion, not just logic.
Absolutely. The source uses the example of an aspiring woman entrepreneur
Okay.
who wants to empower other women in her industry. That's a vision that speaks to a deeper purpose, a desire to create positive change. It's something people can get behind.
And that kind of vision, that desire to make a difference, it's not limited to just social enterprises or nonprofits, right?
Right.
Any business, no matter how big or small, can have a positive impact.
Couldn't agree more. And that brings us to another important point. A vision, it isn't static.
Okay.
Just like the world around us is constantly changing, so too should our vision be open to evolution.
That makes sense. What worked 5 years ago might not be relevant today. Think about how much technology has changed, even in the last few years.
Exactly. The source talks about the importance of regularly revisiting and reassessing your vision.
Okay.
Are your goals still aligned with your values?
Mhm.
Does your vision still excite and inspire you?
It's like checking in with yourself in your business, making sure you're still on the right track.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And this doesn't mean you have to like completely overhaul your vision every year, but it does mean being open to tweaking and adjusting as needed
Right.
to stay relevant and true to your core purpose.
So we've talked about defining our vision, communicating it effectively,
Right.
and making sure it evolves with us.
Yes.
But what about when things get tough?
Yeah.
How does a strong vision help us navigate challenges and setbacks?
That's a great question. And
Yeah.
it's where a clearly defined vision can be a real lifesaver when you're facing obstacles
Yeah.
or feeling uncertain. That vision, it can act as your North Star.
Okay.
It reminds you of what you're working towards and why it matters.
Yeah.
It can give you the strength to persevere when things get tough.
So it's not just about guiding our decisions, it's also about fueling our motivation.
Exactly. Think of it like this. Your vision is the fuel.
Okay.
Your actions are the engine.
Okay.
And your goals are the destination.
Mm.
You need all three to reach your full potential.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
And speaking of reaching our potential, the source also mentioned something about celebrating wins along the way.
Right. But
Why is that so important?
it's all about momentum. When you take the time to acknowledge and celebrate your successes, no matter how small,
Yeah.
it reinforces your belief in your vision.
Okay.
It reminds you that you're making progress.
Yeah.
And that can be incredibly motivating,
Yeah.
especially when you're facing challenges.
So it's like giving yourself a little pat on the back.
Yes.
And saying, "Hey, we're doing this. We're making it happen."
Exactly. And it's not just about celebrating the big milestones.
Okay.
It's about recognizing the everyday wins,
Right.
the small victories
Yeah.
that add up over time.
Mhm.
It could be landing a new client, exceeding your sales goals for the month, or even just, having a really productive week.
It's about finding those moments of joy and satisfaction in the journey, not just focusing on the end goal.
Absolutely. And when you share those celebrations with your team,
Yeah.
it creates a culture of positivity.
Right.
And achievement. It brings everyone together and reinforces that shared sense of purpose.
This has been incredibly insightful. We've covered so much ground, from defining our vision to communicating it effectively, aligning our actions with our goals, and even celebrating our wins along the way.
It's all connected. A strong business vision is so much more than just like a fancy statement.
Right.
It's the driving force behind everything you do. And when you get it right, it can be the key to unlocking your full potential.
So for our listeners who are ready to start crafting their own business vision,
Yes.
what's one piece of advice you would give them?
No, don't be afraid to dream big. Your vision should be something that excites and inspires you, something that gets you out of bed in the morning with a fire in your belly.
I like that.
And remember, it's a journey, not a race. Take your time, experiment, and don't be afraid to adjust course along the way.
Great advice. And remember, as the source reminds us, there are resources available to help you on this journey. Don't be afraid to seek out guidance and support from mentors, coaches, or even online communities.
Absolutely. Building a successful business is a team effort. Surround yourself with people who believe in your vision and are committed to helping you achieve it.
So there you have it. A deep dive into the power of a strong business vision and how it can transform your business and your life. Now it's your turn. Grab a notebook, find a quiet space, and start dreaming big.
What could your business achieve if you had a clear, compelling vision guiding your every move? That's something to think about.
Ever feel like you're building a business with no real destination?
Yeah.
Like you're just putting one foot in front of the other, hoping for the best.
Oh, it's a common trap.
Right.
Especially like in the early days.
Yeah.
We get so caught up in the doing
Yes.
that we forget the why.
Exactly. And that's where a strong business vision comes in. We're diving deep into how to think
Welcome to
of a vision for your
freewebsitesite.com,
business
your
today.
ultimate playground for bringing
You sent
big
this over.
ideas to life.
Are you
We make
feeling
it
that
effortless
lack of
for you to
direction?
build, design,
just
and
curious
launch the
about what a
website of your
vision really
dreams
is?
without needing a single line of code.
Either way, this
With our vibrant
source
templates,
it's a gold
dynamic
mine.
tools, and round-the-clock
It goes
support,
beyond those.
there's nothing
those vague
stopping
mission
you from
statements
turning
we
your
all
vision
see.
into
Right.
reality.
Yeah.
And digs into the
Let's
heart
ignite
of
your
what
creative
makes a
spark
business truly
and build something
magnetic.
extraordinary.
Okay, so
Because at
right off the bat,
freewebsitesite.com,
the source makes
it's
a
all about
distinction
freedom.
between vision
Let's
and
get
mission.
started now.
Help us unpack that.